There's a longing that if you have a gift of any kind, that use of that gift produces this longing that cannot be met by our own means. There's a level of transcendence that, opera singer singing her best work, realizing that she has just done her best performance, going backstage and weeping. Shakespearean actor, getting involved in a production that took him far beyond what he thought he could do as an actor. Those are experiences that artists have, and they go backstage and they don't know what to do with it. And it was very obvious to me that if I didn't have some foundation or reality to check back with, that I would be lost, because whether I succeeded or I failed, it would have meant that I wouldn't be able to comprehend myself within my experience, and I will, not be able to live as a human being because of that lack of understanding. It was actually an existential search, philosophical as well as experiential, and art took me there. Many of the things that I resonated with are writings by artists of the past who had faith. I didn't know that they were Christians, but people like Milton or William Blake and all sorts of philosophers like Kierkegaard and Jack Maritain, all these people who came alongside. George Rouault was another one, that artists that kind of pushed me to consider that there was something more than just art or just even the concept of beauty. Places where things have been dehumanized, whether it be in any sphere, finances or education or the church, you find lack of art. Places where I would consider to be close to shalom or fullness or thriving that we are meant to experience, it is full of art. Think of a wedding without the arts, without poetry or without dance or without gourmet food, without music, without visual arts. It is impossible. A feast is impossible to have without the arts. So why do we think that this cosmic wedding feast called the gospel can do without it? I don't know. I don't understand it. I think that is principally where we have not been able to communicate to culture, is that the gospel, Christian gospel, is fundamentally a creative message. Not creative in the way that we can do anything with it that we want, but creative, that its ontology is the creator. And creativity in itself is the substance of things unseen. It's a proof of what we are made of, and we are created to be creative, made in the image of God. Art is about questions. It is not necessarily about giving answers, but doing it in a way that creates a place where our longings can find a voice. And so I found through art that I was free to ask these deeper questions, to wrestle with them, not really expecting an answer, but oftentimes when you are honest with yourself, that's when the Holy Spirit works and Jesus reveals himself.